Okay, so today I have Mr. Bear here who is going to help me with this video. It's funny, the whole time that he's been growing up and when he got his name, I have just been calling him Ghost, and I find myself correcting myself. I'm like, no, wait a minute, you're not Ghost, you're Bear. I cannot tell you how many white puppies do get the name Ghost. Things Jon Snow. But this is Bear. Bear has found a wonderful forever home, and he is going to be going with Luann and Renee. And Renee, I'm hoping that he is everything and more. I know that it was a little bit of a surprise, but not everybody gets a polar bear as a gift. Yeah, so he's a little excited. We're going to get him to calm down a little bit. Yeah. He's going to be making a trip to North Carolina. Yep, he's going to be going to North Carolina. He actually just got done getting cleaned up, and we did a grooming session. This little boy loves water, and since I keep water for my puppies at all times, he has got a little bit of tear stain, and it's because his face is always wet. He is always digging and playing in the water bowl. So we did a little bit of trimming and washing, and we've got the Burt's Bees tear stain removal. It's all natural. Once he gets to his forever home, he will definitely dry out, and this will go away. But he is still a happy and wonderful puppy. Yep. The tear stains are not in any way affecting his sight or anything like that. It's just cosmetic. But, oh, what are you looking at? You're looking at the book? Well, so let me go ahead and say what today's video is about. A long time ago, we went to our local Ollie's, and I found this Kennel Club books, which is KCB, of the German Shepherd dog. And it says the Smart Owner's Guide, but we are just going to kind of have a story time. Right? You like stories, don't you? Yeah. Okay. So, when you get your German Shepherd, it's common sense to do your breed research. All right? You want to make sure that a German Shepherd suits your needs and your lifestyle. When you get your German Shepherd, you can get your German Shepherd from a breeder or a shelter or a German Shepherd adoption agency. There are many, many ways to get a healthy German Shepherd, and most German Shepherds are vetted, and they usually are pretty easygoing when they're changing owners. It just takes a little bit of time, but when you decide on where you're getting your puppy, and if it's the right kind of breed for you, then you do your research. You ask questions. You know, definitely you want to make sure that the puppy comes from a healthy, well, if you can get information on the parents, healthy history. If it's a puppy from adoption agency or a shelter, try to get as much information as you can on that puppy, their temperament, their history, stuff like that. So when you get your puppy, we are going to be just talking about some home essentials and getting ready to bring your puppy home. Okay? So you don't want to get a puppy and then go shopping. You want to definitely make sure that you have a plan. Are you going to kennel train? Are you not going to kennel train? Making sure you have collars, leashes, making sure you have food, what kind of food, what's a good food for your puppy. Please make sure it is puppy food up until at least 18 months. And, you know, toys, blankets, all that kind of stuff. But you also want to make sure that you're puppy proofing your home. Okay, so I use kennels. I also use play yards, and I do use a lot of different areas so that my puppies don't free roam. When my puppies get older, I will actually have them in one room of the house, so that way they're used to that one room. You can use baby gates also. There's a lot of ways to make sure. Are you tired? Nap time? There's a lot of ways to make sure that your puppy stays safe. So that way they're not getting into any wires or chemicals or eating stuff that they shouldn't, or getting into a place and getting stuck. I cannot tell you how many people message me and they're like, oh my gosh, my puppy went behind the couch and I couldn't get it out, so they had to rearrange their furniture to get the puppy out. But a couple other things to make sure that you keep in mind, indoors and out, are antifreeze, fertilizer, you know, just precautions on tools and stuff, because puppies will dig and chew. And if you have tools in that outside, you want to make sure that it's all cleaned up. Let's see, what else is in here? Electric cords and wiring. Be careful of trash cans. If you don't have a lid on your trash can, you can always use like a big cardboard box or something to block it. But I would definitely say get a trash can with a lid. Household cleaners. Please make sure that you are using safe cleaners for your dogs and your puppies. Any breakables, like stuff on the tables and that, until your puppy and dog is properly trained, we need to make sure that if they jump up on something, they're not going to knock over any glass. Okay, so fabric. Puppies do like grabbing fabric and blankets and curtains and pillows and stuff like that. So definitely make sure that they only have access to things that are theirs. Prescription painkillers, supplements, all that. Okay, so be careful with any kind of medication. Always make sure that your medication is, are you sleeping? Yeah, he's going to sleep. Make sure your medication is approved for your dog and your dog use. Family introduction. Okay, so this is a big one. So your puppy comes home to you, and your puppy has, if it's been a long journey, they have been through a lot, and everybody who is around your house is going to want to cuddle and play with the puppy. Definitely for the first couple days, try to keep that at a minimum, because remember, especially with my puppies, when you go home, this is going to be basically the first time that your puppy is going to be sleeping without their litter mates, without the dogs that they've grown up with, without their moms. So they're going to be basically, I mean, if there's other dogs, that helps, but they're basically going to be sleeping with all new smells, all new people, all new animals. So please keep all of the excitement down to a minimum. Let's see. Oh, and also remember that if you have little kids who are extremely active and they're around a puppy, being hyper and excited will be passed on to the puppy. So if you don't want your puppy to be snappy and bitey in that, please make sure that you have your kids be around the puppy in a nice, calm fashion. when they're playing, make sure that your kids also know that they are responsible too for how the puppy reacts. There are many people who just give a puppy to a kid and they go outside and play, and later the kids come in and they're like, "Mom, the puppy snapped at me," or "Mom, the puppy jumped on me," or "Mom, the puppy scratched me." Well, if a kid's running around, hollering, hooping, playing, and jumping and all that stuff, again, that's going to pass on to the puppy, and the puppy's going to be like, wow, let's play. So definitely make sure you're putting boundaries on not just your puppy on what they're doing, but your kiddos, so that way the puppy doesn't get in trouble for, again, playing, roughhousing, and all that with kids. The first thing you should always do before your puppy comes home is to lie on the ground and look around. Oh yeah, I mean, you want to be able to see everything the puppy sees. Yep, that is true. Puppy's first night home. Puppy's first night home should be calm. A puppy's first night home is going to be overwhelming, so you definitely want to, like I said, look at Bear here. I mean, he's used to me. He's used to these surroundings. He's used to the smell. He's used to all this. So he is a very calm boy. And earlier you seen in the video, he was kind of like, what are we doing? But now he is getting ready to kind of lay down. Oh, he's trying to lay down. Oh. When you're unable to watch your German Shepherd puppy, put him or her in a crate or a pen, please. Important. On an easy, cleanable floor. If they have an accident on carpet, make sure that you do use a odor destroyer, because once puppies get a smell of where to go to the bathroom, that's where they're going to smell and go to the bathroom. Okay? All right, this is a big one. Be reassuring to your puppy. The first night is not the time to spoil your puppy. He will whine. She will whine. Do not give in to the whining. They whine to let other people know where they are, and they hope that the whining will cause somebody to pick them up or let them out. Do not get them into the habit of whining and then rescuing them. Okay? I would definitely make sure I place a crate by the door. All right. What else? What else? The Animal Poison Control Center, ASPCA. Their phone number, at least in this book, says 1-888-426-4435. If you have a emergency, a toxic emergency or anything like that that you need to call, that's the phone number. Again, Animal Poison Control Center, 1-888-426-4435. It's a number you need to know. Also, you need to know your vet's number, and you need to know your emergency vet's number. If your vet doesn't have a 24-hour service or emergency service, you need to see what local area vet around you does. So if something does happen, you do have a plan B on where to take them. Pet supply store shopping. All right, pet supplies, yes. You guys get more Amazon than my kiddos. All right, so you're going to want a collar and an ID tag, a leash, bowls. Especially with puppies, you want to get the bowls that are either pretty heavy, that are ceramic, or you want to get a non-tip bowl, okay? Plastic bowls are most likely going to get chewed and eaten. I don't like too much stainless steel bowls. I kind of like, you know, the ceramic bowls, but hey, you do what you do. And what else? Crate or kennel. Playing with toys. from puppy herd encourages good behavior. Yes, that's in all honesty true, because believe it or not, most puppies at this age are not interested in playing ball. A lot of them are food driven, some of them are toy driven, and some of them are praise driven. But it does take a little finesse to teach your dog to fetch. And there's going to be a lot of throwing and a lot of getting, so be prepared for that, because a dog is not born with the urge to play ball. Or usually they're not born with that urge. Let's see what else. A bed. That's a 50-50 thing. If you get a bed, there is a chance that it's going to get shredded. Not going to lie. Puppies are going to teeth and chew. If you do redirect them and give them something else to keep them occupied, if you do keep them, active so that way they are tired out, then most likely a bed is a good idea. A gate. Gates are big things because you want to be able to separate a room and just have a puppy in one safe room if that's what you're doing. All right, toys. Toys. You're on a bed. I don't care about toys. There are a lot of toys that you're going to do, but puppies usually go through chews. German Shepherd puppies will be aggressive chewers, especially when they do their teething. Please do not give your dogs cooked bone. I know that a lot of people do, but cooked bone becomes brittle, and when the dogs do like chicken bones and turkey bones and beef bones and all that stuff, it does become brittle, and those pieces will get bit off, snapped off, and they will become very sharp, and you do not want your dog or puppy to ingest any of that. Everyone rides in your car has to buckle up, so that means your German Shepherd does too. Your dog can travel in the car inside a crate or use a doggy seatbelt. A doggy seatbelt is really, really good to use. They're available all over the places. There's a lot of different kinds. But yes, a crate or a doggy seatbelt is very, very important when you're traveling. When I travel with puppies, they are always in crates. When I travel with my adult dogs, they have doggy seatbelts. Okay. Oh, and you're also going to need a lot of cleaning supplies. Try not to get anything harsh or strong odor, because your puppies have a sensitive nose, and that's just something that you do not want them to be around. What else? Let's see what else is in this book. Oh, okay. So vet visits and everyday care. So grooming your German Shepherd. All right. So a lot of people will ask about the bathing. Bathing isn't too bad. Unless you have somebody who's outside who turns into a mud ball. But bathing is probably about every 3 to 6 months. And that's a good lather soapy bath. In between them, you can do the waterless shampoo. You can do just a water bath. You can do a bath, which sometimes I do with just a little bit of soap, not a whole lot, because you don't want to strip out the oils and you don't want to dry out their skin. Okay? You do want to do their ears and nails and their anal glands and their teeth and everything else a lot more frequently. Those things do need to be taken care of. Vet. When all my puppies go home, they have their first shots, they've been wormed, they have gotten their vet exams. So it's really, really important that if you already have a dog, that's great and wonderful, you have a vet. If you don't have a dog, you need to make sure that you find the vet before your dog comes home to you. And again, you need to make sure, does your vet have a 24-hour emergency service? Does your vet even offer emergency services? Is your vet just a little mom and pop vet? So you need to be on that before your pup gets home, because if something does happen, you need to be able to have a plan on what you're going to do. German Shepherd dogs are prone to gastrointestinal problems, usually resulting in soft, ununiformed, and watery stools. All right, so basically that means try your best to please keep human food to a minimum. You want to keep their diet the same, consistent. I use Taste of the Wild kibble. I love using that food. There are a bunch of varieties, grain and grain-free, and it has different flavors. So that way, whenever I change the flavor, I don't have to worry about their stomachs getting upset because it's from the same company. But do your ABC 1, 2, 3 checking up on your food. Vaccine scheduling. All right, so you will definitely need to touch base with your vet on that, because there are different vaccines for dogs, and depending on where you live, some dogs need more than others. I live rural, so I actually get a lot more shots than somebody who who lives in the city. I have a lot more wildlife around here. If you take your dogs to dog parks and stuff, you want to make sure that your dog is fully vaccinated before you go. This is something really, really important, is you have to know your puppies will come to you with their shots, but your puppies will not be protected. Listen one more time. Your puppies will not be protected until they get the last set of shots, at least a week later from their last set of shots. So please do not take your dogs to Petco, PetSmart, the dog park, the groomers, any place where there is going to be a risk of them picking up something, because those places do not ask for vet records, shot records, warming records. I mean, they are nice places, sure, but they're nice, safe places for dogs who already have their vaccines. So do not put your puppy in that position. I mean, you're going to want to take them around with you and love on them and show them off, but wait until they get their vaccines. Also, puppies do pick up worms, okay? Don't freak out and have a heart attack if your pup poops and there's a worm in it. Puppies will dig in the yard. Puppies will eat grass. Puppies will just pick them up from outside. So definitely don't freak out, Call your vet. Hey, put it in a bag, whatnot. Take a picture of it. Hey, we have this worm. What is it? You can even buy your own wormer, but do your research first and make sure that it's safe. But I would definitely consider calling your vet and asking them what's going on, so that way they can point you in the right direction. German Shepherds have high drive and high energy. They need to be with you. They are very smart and engaging. They do not make good couch potatoes. I'm going to say some of them are couch potatoes. But they also do like the exercise. A German Shepherd will not be happy if they're not a member of the family. That is so, so true. I know this is getting a long video. I just want to make sure that you guys no matter how careful you are with your German Shepherd, there can be unexpected injuries. Yes, now this is going to happen. You're going to get cuts and scrapes. You're going to get cold symptoms, vomiting and diarrhea. You're going to get all kinds of little twerks and stuff. You're going to get maybe like a sprain. So later on, you want to make sure that you have like a little first aid kit for your puppy or for your dog, you know, with ACE wraps and alcohol peroxide, iodine, you know, vomiting and diarrhea. You want to make sure that you have, call your vet, of course, but make sure that you have something that will help them on hand. And do your research, just Google it. What else? Oh, let's see. Oh, this is interesting. Here, we're going to read this. In 1967, the German Shepherd Dog Club of America decided to disqualify white-coated dogs. The German breed standard, the one that is recognized in most countries, will also disqualify white-coated dogs. Well, after a lot of work, they established the white German Shepherd as a separate breed in the White Shepherd Archive United Kingdom Recognition. German Shepherd dog in May of 1999. Well, yeah, I knew you were a misfit, but to be disqualified? All right. So, last thing I want to touch on. Let me see. Oh my goodness, he's sleeping in my leg, and my leg is going to sleep. All right. So, as you're watching this, you can tell that I'm a breeder, but this is where I am going to read from the book. You ready? He's out. It's not nighttime. Yeah. All I gotta do is read to you and you're gonna be going to sleep. So, why not rescue? Why not? Pros and cons, you gotta make the decision yourself. With the popularity of the German Shepherd dog, shelters and rescue groups across the country are often filled with sweet, loving examples of the breed. Okay? From the tiniest puppies to the senior dog, petite females or strapping males, often to get a German Shepherd dog of your dreams, it takes a trip to the local shelter. Unfortunately, that's true. A lot of people will get a German Shepherd dog just because of a whim or a want, and it won't be the dog for them, or they don't have the time to dedicate to training. Their lifestyle just doesn't let them flourish like they should. So if a breeder is something that you aren't interested in getting a German Shepherd from, then you can look for a German Shepherd. And it takes a little bit of effort and patience to find the right dog for your family. And believe me, this is what I've seen before. It's not just the cutest dog that you see. All right, the perks of owning a German Shepherd are plentiful. That's so true. Companionship, unconditional love, loyalty. So why choose the adoption option? Well, first and foremost, you don't want to think that it's the only option, okay? There are so many wonderful puppies and dogs out there that deserve a second chance. You just got to make sure it's fitting for you and your lifestyle. Almost all adopted dogs come fully vetted. Almost. And they will have proper medical treatment, vaccines, and medicine, as well as being spayed or neutered. Some are even licensed and microchipped. Now, that's almost all. So please do your research. Please ask questions. Please find out the history of what's going on with the dog. Don't disregard older dogs, okay? Thinking puppies are everybody's perfect match. No. Some people do not have the time, patience, or the want to deal with a puppy. And plus, the adults are often house trained, and they're calm, and they usually don't chew a lot. They also definitely don't need to be taken out in the middle of the night. The American German Shepherd Rescue Association offers rescue support, and that is www.agsra.com, or you can do, it says petfinder.com, and you just look for your German Shepherd in an area that's convenient for you, and I guess that you will fill out paperwork and find out a match for you. There's a small nap, huh? Okay, come here, bear. So, today, again, was just story time out of the German Shepherd book. Yeah, that was kind of boring, huh? It's boring, but it's important. All right? Yes. So, again, if you do want to, I guess, Barnes & Noble or Amazon, or kind of look, this is what it is. This is what it looks like. The German Shepherd Dog, a Smart Owner's Guide from the Kennel Club Books, KCB, Breeder's Best. Completely illustrated. It is a beautiful book. Has lots of pictures, lots of information. Let's see, table of continents. So, yeah, you're going to be looking at how to train, breaking bad habits, topics of health, the German Shepherd history, just the general German Shepherd. A lot of good information in here, so yeah, it's nice to have that on hand. And if you're familiar with the breed but want to increase your education on them, I would say go ahead and get that. Or there are many other books about German Shepherds, and there's also many videos about German Shepherds, so definitely look into this wonderful breed. This breed does have a lot of controversy. Yes. You got discontinued. Yes, you did. Yeah. With colors and just, I don't have a bad dog. I don't have a undesirable dog. All of my German Shepherds are German Shepherds. And if you're the kind of person who is going to be dead set on saying there's no such thing as a white German Shepherd, what you have is a Swiss Shepherd. I would say do a little bit more history on it, because Swiss Shepherds are bred with different standards. This little one, his mom is a solid white German Shepherd, and his dad is a silver sable. And he is definitely not the standard for a Swiss Shepherd. He is a German Shepherd that has a recessive gene that is a dilute gene. So if he did not have this dilute gene to make his coat white, he could be a silver sable also. Underneath this coat, he could be something else. So, yeah, you're not undesirable. No. All right, so with that, and again, I don't do or say anything to provoke anybody. Do not leave comments that are awful, horrible, hateful. If you are going that way, please just don't waste your 3 or 4 seconds doing that. I will delete anything that is negative and whatnot. But, yeah. Yes, and with that, I am going to go ahead and end this video. Bear is going to be leaving for his forever home tomorrow. So we are just kind of sitting and having I guess it's just a quick story time. Oh, I'm so sorry. Next time I will find an adventure book. Something that's not too boring that's going to put you to sleep. Gosh, he's so cute. Yeah. Yes, you're so fluffy. I keep just wanting to pet and grab and... Oh, my goodness. You're such a good boy. All right, so with that, I will go ahead and end this video. I thank you for sticking around with me and watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye.